Imagine this. Apple's iPhone is struggling, not in the US, not in Europe, but in China, the world's most competitive smartphone battlefield. And the phone causing the chaos? Not Samsung, not Huawei. It's a phone you probably didn't expect, the Oppo Find X8 Pro. At just $799, it's not only going viral across Asia, but early tests suggest it's beating the iPhone 15 Pro Max in benchmarks, battery, and even AI features. And today, we're going deep: performance tests, camera breakdowns, AI tools, design, durability, and most importantly, should you even consider buying one over an iPhone or Samsung? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this phone is making so much noise and whether it deserves the hype. Section 1. Why this phone matters right now. The Oppo Find X8 Pro officially launched in China in August 2025. According to GSM Arena, it's rolling out globally in the next few weeks. That's why this phone is trending so hard. There are almost no global reviews yet, and tech fans are hungry for real info. Even crazier, on X, Oppo Find X8 has already racked up over 45,000 mentions in just weeks, according to trending trackers. That's not just hype, that's momentum. And momentum is dangerous for Apple, because when a $799 phone gets compared to a $1,200 iPhone, people pay attention. So here's the big question: is this just marketing hype? Or is Oppo actually pulling off what no brand has been able to do: take down Apple in its second biggest market? Section 2. Design and build quality. Premium without the premium price. Let's start with the design. At first glance, the Oppo Find X8 Pro looks like a $1,200 flagship. Curved glass back, matte finish that resists fingerprints, and a camera module that looks straight out of a sci-fi movie. The display? A 6.8-inch LTPO AMOLED with a 144Hz refresh rate. That's smoother than the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which maxes at 120Hz. And Oppo claims peak brightness can hit up to 3,500 nits. On paper, that's brighter than any iPhone or Samsung screen right now. Now here's where it gets interesting. Oppo has titanium-reinforced edges, just like Apple bragged about with the iPhone 15 Pro. But unlike Apple, Oppo didn't bump the price to over $1,000. Durability: Gorilla Glass Victus 3 on both sides, IP68 water resistance, and a frame that feels way sturdier than Samsung's latest foldables. It's safe to say, design-wise, Oppo has reached flagship perfection at mind-range pricing. Section 3. Performance. The $799 beast is iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now let's talk about speed, because this is where Oppo is flexing the hardest. Inside, the Find X8 Pro runs on Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 chip, paired with 16 GB of LPDDR5X RAM. Benchmarks out of China are insane. Early Geekbench 6 leaks out of China show the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 hitting multi-core scores above 9,200, well above the iPhone 15 Pro Max average 7,300. If these numbers hold true in global units, Apple could have a real problem. Reported 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme scores are crossing 23,000, which pushes this phone into PC-level gaming territory, at least in early tests. And here's the kicker: thermal management. While the iPhone 15 Pro Max overheats under sustained gaming, the Oppo Find X8 Pro uses a liquid cooling vapor chamber system that keeps temps stable. Early YouTubers in China ran 20-minute Genshin impact tests, and the Oppo held 60 FPS with almost no frame drops. The iPhone dropped frames, dimmed brightness, and warmed up like a toaster. And remember, this is at $799, nearly $400 less than Apple's flagship. Section 4. Cameras. The new king of night shots. But let's be real, most people don't care about benchmarks. They care about cameras. So how does Oppo's new triple camera system stack up? On the back, you've got Oppo's packing Sony's 50MP IMX989 1-inch sensor, plus a 48MP ultra-wide and a 64MP periscope telephoto with up to 120x digital zoom, according to early reviews. That's not just competitive, it's aggressive. Apple's stuck at 5x zoom on only the Pro Max model, while Oppo gives it standard. In low light, Oppo's AI night vision mode is turning heads. Side-by-side shots show brighter detail, sharper edges, and way less grain than the iPhone. In video, Oppo added 8K at 60 fps recording with full stabilization. Apple doesn't even touch 8K yet. Front camera lovers, yes, your TikToks and selfies will look fire. The 32MP AI-enhanced shooter, with background separation that feels like DSLR portrait mode. Section 5. AI features. The game changer. Now here's where things get spicy. Oppo isn't just chasing Apple and Samsung in performance and design. They're going all in on AI. The Find X8 Pro ships with Oppo AI Engine 2.0, which runs natively on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4. This isn't your generic AI wallpaper gimmick. We're talking real productivity tools baked right into the OS. At iSummarizer, highlighted 20-page PDF. Boom, instant one-page summary. At iVoice Assistant, smarter than Siri because it works offline and can process complex commands like plan a 3-day trip to Shanghai with vegan food options. AI Photo Eraser, you can literally delete photobombers from your pics in seconds. Google Pixel did it first, but Oppo's version is faster and way more natural. Live AI Translation, real-time voice translation in 20+ languages, usable even in offline mode. Perfect for travelers. And here's the killer move. Oppo allows AI apps to run natively on-device, meaning privacy stays local. Compare that to Apple, where most of Siri's smarts still require cloud processing. In a country like China, where privacy and censorship are constant debates, that's a huge selling point. Section 6. Battery life and charging, destroying the competition. If there's one thing Apple consistently struggles with, it's charging speed. The iPhone 15 Pro Max still stuck at 27 W wired charging. Oppo Find X8 Pro, try 150 W SuperVOOC charging. That's 0 to 100% in just 18 minutes. Yes, you heard that right. Less time than it takes to shower and grab breakfast. For wireless, you've got 80 W AirVoc, which is still double Samsung's fastest wireless charging speeds. Battery size, 5,500 module cell pack. But here's the magic. Oppo's battery AI optimization learns your charging habits and reduces wear. According to Oppo's own testing, the battery will retain 95% health after 1,600 full charge cycles. That's roughly 4+ years of daily charging before any noticeable drop. Compare that to Apple, where after 2 years, most iPhones are begging for a battery replacement. Oppo is future-proofing your purchase in a way Apple refuses to. Section 7. Software and Ecosystem. Coloros vs iOS. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Apple doesn't just sell phones. They sell an ecosystem. eCloud, AirDrop, iMessage, Apple Watch, it's a walled garden that keeps people locked in. So what's Oppo's play? Coloros 15 built on Android 15. And guess what? Oppo is finally tackling the ecosystem problem head-on. Multi-device flow. Seamlessly dragged files between your Oppo phone, Oppo Pad, and even Windows PCs. AirDrop alternative. Oppo Share now works cross-brand with OnePlus and Realme. The iCloud Sync. Your notes, documents, and even AI-generated summaries sync instantly across devices. Oppo Watch 4 Pro integration. Health tracking, ECG, and notifications all sync as smoothly as an Apple Watch. Here's the kicker. Oppo isn't charging you $9.99 a month for basic cloud storage. They're giving 50 gigabytes free out of the box. Apple, still charging you for 50 gigabytes after you already spent $1,200 on their phone. Section 8. Oppo's iPhone vs Samsung, the real showdown. Okay, so let's put the Oppo Find X8 Pro up against the big boys. Price. Oppo starts at $799, undercutting iPhone $1,199 and Samsung $1,299. Display 144 Hz and Oppo claims up to 3,500 nits, making it both smoother and potentially brighter than rivals. Performance. Early tests suggest Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 outpaces Apple's A17 Pro in sustained performance, while Samsung's Exynos still lags behind. Cameras. Apple equals video, Samsung equals zoom, Oppo equals low light detail. Battery. 150 W fast charging crushes rivals. AI. On-device AI outshines Siri, rivals Pixel AI. So if you're in China, where iMessage isn't dominant and ecosystems matter less, it makes sense why Oppo is crushing Apple's market share. So is the Oppo Find X8 Pro truly beating the iPhone? On paper and in real-world tests, the answer looks like a big yes. But the real question is, would you actually switch from an iPhone or Galaxy to Oppo for $799? If you want more no BS breakdowns of phones that actually challenge Apple and Samsung, hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, the next flagship battle is going to be even wilder.